Welcome to online lecture 2, topic 1.1.2 crystal structure. In this lecture, we are going to cover the indices for directions, indices for planes. In previous lecture, we have cleared the lattice point, space lattice, unit cell, the various structures, crystal structures, 7 crystal systems, and Bravais system, 14 Bravais system. Connection with this previous lecture, in this lecture, what we are going to see, this is the course outcome for this unit. Discuss the properties of materials by understanding fundamentals of crystal structures, diffusion mechanism, and elastic and plastic deformation of materials. So these are the outcome we have to achieve after completion of this total unit 1. What is the learning outcome? At this end of this session, this lecture, you will be able to write a designation for atom position, indexing of lattice directions and planes, and Miller indices. What is the concept of Miller indices for cubic systems, crystals? So first, in this lecture, content is written here. Atom positions in cubic unit cell. How the positions are defined. After that, indexing of lattice directions, Miller indices for directions, for cubic system, and for hexagonal systems. In third one, indexing of lattice planes, Miller indices for planes, for cubic systems, and again for hexagonal systems. So first point is the atom position in cubic unit cell. Last lecture we covered the unit cell. Here is the representation of one unit cell from this lattice. This unit cell having the unit length. See here. This is the, you consider as the center origin with the 0, 0, 0 coordinates. X-axis, Y-axis, and Z-axis. These are the three axes. Along this x-axis, the length is 1. So this point with coordinates become 1, 0, 0. Along y-axis, this point 0, 1, 0. And similarly, on z-axis, the point 0, 0, 1. Here, this is the point here located, which is at a distance from x-axis is 1 distance and y is 1. And y is 0, z is 1. So 1, 0, 1. Similarly, this point is located at this in the space. So this point dimension is written 1, 1, 1 because it is the equal distance from this C here. This is the 1 distance along y-axis. This is the z-axis and this is the x-axis. See, my pointer is moving along the x-axis. Similarly, point here 0, 1, 1, and below this point is 1, 1, 0. Means x-axis is 1, y-axis is 1, and z-axis is 0. This is on the plane. So on this plane, all the points are 0. So these are the atoms of unit cell and their positions we can define by using these x, y, z coordinates. And this similarly here it is for explanation easily you can write here. Similarly, this is so on the positive side. If suppose the center at the center this middle point is there, then what will on the negative side 0, 1, 0. Suppose this is that center is here located here in this unit cell. Here is the center with the coordinates half, half, half. Means along x, y, z, half, half, half distance. Suppose center is at this point, then what will happen? The coordinates will be like this. Along y-axis, backside coordinate, that will become -1, 0, 0. Along y-axis, positive coordinate, the x-axis minus coordinate, and similarly positive coordinate, 1 0 0 minus 1 0 0. Here see positive side and negative side, it is written 0 1 0 0 minus 1 and 0. Similarly on z axis 0 0 1 and negative side z axis 0 0 minus 1. So rectangular xyz axis for locating atom position in cubic unit cells represented by this diagram A. Atom position in BCC unit cell, it is shown in figure B. Okay. Now, next slide is indexing of lattice directions. Already studied the lattice. After that, unit cell. How the define the indexing? Indexing means what? We have to define how to define the direction of that line, direction of that plane, direction of position points. Already we have studied, and already we have studied cubic systems, crystal systems. So the direction of any line in lattice is described by first drawing a line through the origin parallel to given line and then giving a coordinates of any point on this line. If the coordinates of this line is line are u, v, w, we have to represent by u, v, w. Then notation, how we have to write u, v, w means here without any comma, we have to write inside the square bracket. This is the representation to write the indexing. Okay, is used to indicate the direction of any line inside the unit cell. The square bracket is used to indicate direction of line. Okay, all the lines parallel to given line with coordinate u, v, w will have same coordinates. And the symmetrical directions are called direction of form and are represented by indices enclosed in an angle bracket. Means suppose here this is the angle bracket and here written 1 1 1. So any direction, suppose here 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1, any direction on the or 1 minus 1 1 or minus 1 1 1 or 1 1 minus 1 or minus 1 minus 1 minus 1, any point which will represent the similar coordinates, that will the makes a one family. Okay, and to elaborate this, we'll go through the one example. See, this is the procedure of finding the indices of any direction. The indexing of lattice direction, that is the Miller indices. So here draw a straight line OD. Here this is the XYZ axis. Here it is a where draw. This is the one line RS line. We have to find out the direction of this line. How to find out this direction of any line? Draw a straight line OD passing through the origin and parallel to line RS. This is the line RS. We have to find out the coordinates of this line RS. So draw a line from origin and passing through the origin and parallel to this line RS. Okay. To take any point on line OD such as P, see here point P, and draw perpendicular on X, Y, Y, Z and ZX planes. See, planes made by this x-axis and y-axis is XY plane. We have to draw the here perpendicular. Draw perpendicular on the XY, YZ and ZX. Okay. See here ZX. We draw the perpendicular planes. Find the fractional percentage of OL when we draw a perpendicular on this point. See here, this is the point drawn here line, and the which will cut at point L, M and N to the axis X, Y and Z respectively. So we have to find the fraction intercept of OL, OM and ON. How to find out the fraction? This total length, we know this unit cell length is suppose A. The total length divided by this OL distance means OL by OA is a fraction of that point, which is any point located on this RS. Okay, that is the fraction of this point located on this line OD. We okay, which is parallel to RS. The fraction we have to find out first OL by OA, similarly OM by OB, ON by OC. See here, OM by OB, ON by OC. That fraction we have to find out. After that, finding out the fraction, we have to convert this intercept to smallest integer by multiplication or division throughout by their LCM. So whatever the numbers will be here will obtain, we have to take the smallest integer number, and that is the LCM. Okay, and multiply to this smallest integer number of this three number to each this fraction. So convert this intercept to smallest integer by multiplication. Okay, throughout this one. Okay, so enclosed in a square bracket, the whatever numbers, three numbers will obtain after multiplication enclosed in a square brackets, which represent the Miller indices of line RS, which will represent the Miller indices direction, initial direction. See here, based on this intersection with the cell boundaries indicated with the square brackets, it is represented here with comma, but not represented by with comma. Without comma, we have to represent. Okay. So see here, this is the one line. What is the coordinates here? 1 along x-axis, direction 1. This coordinates 1 along x-axis, 0, 0, and represented the direction 1, 0, 0. These are the 5, 6 directions are, for example, to how the where indices are for that particular line. This is the line we have drawn here. The 5 number C here, which is intersect at half distance along x-axis and 1 along the y-axis here, and Z is 0. So any direction you see here, direction 2, 0, 1, 0. Here is the direction 2 is 0, 1, and 0. Means x-axis 0, 1, and 0. So similarly, we have to write for the all directions. The parallel directions have the same value. Whatever the lines parallel to this line, suppose this is a 3 number direction, and parallel to this 3 number, any line will be there which is located at anywhere in the space, that will having the same indication, same value. The lowest integer value is 111 and highest is equal to 222. Okay, this is the some examples. These are the some examples of different lattice direction cubic system. Similarly, here represented the some unit cell, the cubic system you can say BCC, or any cubic structure system. This is the XYZ axis. Along X 1, 0, 0. Here represented 1, 1, 0. Okay. Along Z is 0, and this point 1, 1, 1. Similarly, suppose I draw this, take a origin here and draw the line toward this axis. Axis is here, origin is here. We consider origin here. Then what will the points? It will become a negative side. Means minus 1, and 0. Suppose I will consider origin here. Then what will the point? I'll draw this direction. What will the indices? Here -1. Okay. When I consider here origin, this is the positive side and this is the negative side. So x-axis is -1 and y-axis is here +1 and z is 0. Okay. Similarly, we will consider here origin here. Then these directions are already well solid. Okay, we have covered these points. To draw the direction, if Miller indices are given, to draw any direction of Miller indices is given, following procedure exactly reverse. We have to reverse the procedure if only you know this value. Okay, this Miller indices is given to you. You have to draw this diagram. Okay, so the family of direction is represented by angle bracket See, this is the angle bracket. Inside the angle bracket, write the HKL. And Miller indices directions. It is represented family. Is represented Miller indices direction. Okay. See, this is the unit cell along z-axis. It is distance C. It is distance B and distance A. This is the vector. If I draw the vector ABC, distance ABC. So I will consider the unit cell. Then what will the family? The family become 1, 0, 0. For this vector we are considering. This is, I'll draw here diagram. This line 1, 0, 0. Then what will suppose another point may be -1, 0, 0, or suppose another point 0, 1, 0, 0, -1, 0. And see here, this -1 is not written here minus sign. We have to write above this bar. Okay. Instead of minus writing here -1, we have to write the bar above the this number, any number. So these all numbers are having the same direction, and so that's why they are 6 numbers family, and it is represented like this: 1, 0, 0 or 0, 0, 1. We can represent like this by using the angle bracket. When it is represented by angle bracket, that means suppose this is a family of the indices. The indexing of lattice direction hexagonal system. We studied for the unit system, the unit cell, but this is the hexagonal system somewhat different. How? If for hexagonal system, the directions are best expressed by these 3 basic vectors: A1, A2, and C. This is the hexagon drawn here with the this is z-axis in the center. This is considered as axis, and this is the one of the axis drawn. A1, this is the A2, and this is the A3. Okay, and in top side distance become C. The required direction is broken up into 4 components, vectors, parallel to A1, A2, A3, and C. And chosen that the third index is negative of sum of first 2. The third index we have to find out with the negative, the sum of these 2, we can find out this value. Whenever we have to find out this value, that is the sum of A1, A2 minus of bracket A1 plus A2, that will A3. That we find out like this. And these directions are represented here. They are drawn here. In this direction, the 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, or 2, 1, 0. Like this, it is represented. Okay. Since indexing of lattice direction in hexagon system, again a few examples are shown to you. Suppose I draw here A2 point. Okay, and this A1 and A3. So these are the indices for the hexagons. So indexing of lattice planes. Now we will go for the next point: indexing of lattice planes in cubic system. Similarly, what we studied for indexing for the direction. Indexing of plane indicates the orientation of plane in lattice. In every lattice, everywhere where is the plane, that we have to find out the indexing, and the orientation of plane we have to find out. This method was invented by English crystallographer Miller, and hence the indices of plane are called Miller indices. Miller indices are reciprocal of fractional intercepts which the plane makes with the crystallographic axis. XYZ axis along this whatever the action what we was studied in direction, the fraction intercepts which the plane makes with the crystallographic axis. Okay, it's called Miller indices. Planes related by symmetry are called planes of form, and set of these are represented by indices of one of them enclosed in curly brackets. Similarly, the one plane having one direction and it is represented by, suppose in this bracket, okay, 1 0 0 without any comma, it is and cut at the axis x 1 0 0. So similarly, 0 1 0 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 1, like this. That may be -1 or -1 here. These all are similar six faces of the cube which have the indices like this. Means this cube, unit cell is nothing but the cube, and is having the indices. These are the indices for the plane of that cube, and all are plane form are indicated by the this curly bracket 1 0 0. Okay. See, we'll check the step by step how these indices procedure for finding the indexing of lattice planes in Miller indices. That is the Miller indices. Find out the intercept made by a plane under consideration on the three reference axes. Example, presume that these are PQR. See, this is the plane represented by the hatching line, okay, and this is the z-axis. So this is the y-axis and this is the x-axis. Means x, y, z-axis is there. It will cut at point C here, represented by the distance r, and x-axis represented by p, and y-axis represented by p, q. This p, q, and r where the plane cuts on this axis, crystallographic axis, and the unit cell, this distance ABC, the distance with reference to, and convert this intercept to fractional intercept by dividing with their axial lengths. The axial length is the unit cell length, and where it is cut, that becomes ABC is the axial length, and then their fractional of intercept, like a p by a is the fraction of this intercept. This total distance is a, where it will cut p, means fraction of this p divided by total length a. Here it is written p by a. Similarly, q by b and r by c, where it will cut. That is the second step. Then what we have to find out? We have to find out the reciprocal of this fractional intercept. That is p by a is made it reciprocal, a by p. Okay. Then convert this reciprocal to minimum of whole numbers by multiplying each of them with their LCM. Least count number. Now let's call these numbers as SKL. Whatever the number of this fraction a by b, b by q, c by r is we have to find out the LCM of these three numbers, integer number, and that LCM become multiplied with this fraction, we will get the new numbers HKL. The first start with the first step, PQR, P by A, after that reciprocal, multiplied with that reciprocals with the LCMs, and we'll find out the numbers HKL, and enter these numbers in bracket, that is HKL. This notation is called Miller indices of plane under consideration. That Miller indices of any plane, how we have to find out? These are the steps. Okay. The reverse direction also we can do. And some different planes of Miller indices in cubic system here represented. See, here it is a plane hatching represented by hatch. It will cut at 2 at Z. It will cut at somewhere here x-axis. Okay, with half distance and half distance. Then we have to find out by similar steps. First, we have to write the total distance is how much? 2. Total distance is how much? 1. Here on x-axis is 1. On y-axis here is 1. 1 divided by, it is represented half. Okay. And reciprocal of that, and again multiplied with the LCM, we will find out this Miller indices 2, 2, 1. Similarly, Miller indices for this plane is 1, 1, 0. The Miller indices of the diagonal plane in this unit cell is represented by 1, 1, 0, and this is the 1, 0, 0. Miller indices of this plane, it is represented, which will cut at this point D, at the end of this unit cell G, and at half distance somewhere here, and this Miller index is 1, 1, 2. However, found out that you have to use the similar procedure. Okay. Similarly, the top plane is represented by 0, 0, 1. This direction, Miller index direction of plane. These are the planes. 6 planes are shown for example. Okay. The indexing of lattice planes for hexagonal system, it is represented like this: hexagonal crystal structure, 7 crystal structure. We studied hexagon. When we place this hexagon 3 times, that will make a full hexagon. Hexagonal. Okay. These 3 equal and coplanar vectors, that A1, A2, A3. See here, A3, this A1, A2, and A3 at an equal angle, and vertical distance is C, and the 4th axis is C at right angle to this 3, 1. It will make a right angle to A1, A2, and A3. Okay. Here indices are called the Miller-Bravais indices. What we call Miller-Bravais indices, and written as HKRL. In cubic system, this is a hexagonal system. It is having 4 axes, but here in cubic system, how will written HKL, but here we written HKIL. The relation between the HKI is we can find out minus of this bracket, addition of this HK. How to find out the I? The minus of addition of this HK. Since the I is determined by using the HK, it is sometimes replaced by dot. Okay, we can represent it by dot also. So instead of showing this dot, it is better way write the HKIL. Means whatever the number will obtain here, write here HKIL. So this is the hexagonal unit cell. Okay, represented here with the atoms at the every corner. Atom is here, atom is here, and similarly atoms on the bottom plane also. Hexagonal unit cell. So this in cubic system, these are the planes. Okay, having how many planes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, each plane is represented by these numbers: 1, 0, 0, minus 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, minus 1, 0, or whatever the numbers are there. All numbers which will represent the same indices, and which will be represented by curly bracket. Here, see here, curly bracket HKL. It is written in HKL curly bracket, or it is written here 100, or here also you can see the curly bracket of 100, or similarly you can write the 001 also same meaning. Okay, for this is the one example for this family represented like this or like this in curly bracket. So always remember, what do the different bracket mean? This is a very important. The half moon bracket, okay, parenthesis we can call. This is a symbol, individual plane, okay, or example is 100. When there is a curly bracket, see here, this curly bracket, the family of planes. And this is the one example, 100. That may be similar for this 100, 010, 001. For all this represented by one family, when it is written in curly bracket, family of planes. Similarly, for the directions, individual direction is represented by square bracket 100. Here, this is the square bracket, or angle bracket or carrot bracket. It also called carrot bracket, angle bracket or carrot bracket, and that when it is represented this number, and that is the family of this direction for this types of number, 100, 010 or 001. So this always you have to keep in mind whenever the numbers are represented in this half moon bracket, curly bracket, or square bracket or angle bracket. That will the for the these two for the planes and these two for the directions. So friend, so we'll stop this lecture. In next lecture, we will study the densities, how to find out the atomic packing factor. Thank you very much.